hello Galactic family. Many are feeling the impact of what is happening in their daily lives, but few know the source. It's as if the world has gone crazy, but the world has always been crazy. But now people are becoming aware of it. The rabbit hole is a place where few dare to venture, and the deeper you enter you have only two choices: total denial and staying with status quo, or total honesty. Which also means that they were participants in a very sick and distorted world, some consciously, some unconsciously. Almost everything they've been told that society has designed and created is wrong. The story you learn is wrong. Religions have failed miserably to bring inner and world peace, as well as a closer connection with the Creator. This includes many philosophies of the new era that have also been infiltrated and compromised. Politicians are corrupt and selfish. They do not protect basic human rights to help people evolve and live in harmony with each other and with the earth. Schools have failed to educate children about their divine heritage, moral values, superior ideals, cooperation instead of competition, and innovative critical thinking. Science in most schools is largely barbaric. Some still teach Darwinism, a totally unsupported random mutation in the fossil record. Others continue to teach about a singular bearded God who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days. It is clear that humanity on Earth is only 6,000 years old, instead of the 7.5 billion years, with records of extremely advanced civilizations dating back more than 600 million years. We have not evolved far beyond the lie that the Earth is flat. Like, did I fly around the Earth and never saw a ledge? The chain of succession archaeologists and conventional scientists would like to make us swallow that there has been a progressive evolution from apes to modern man. That is, despite the fact that ancient builder races have built stone monuments that to this day cannot be produced with modern technologies. These monuments were built on ley lines that in many cases have even older ruins beneath them. Let's not mention the stellar portals and wormholes left behind, as it is conspiracy theorists think certain agencies, CIA, NSA, FBI, etc., do not want us to talk about it. Most doctors have become entrepreneurs and drug traffickers, ignoring the actual cures for most illnesses, completely ruling out preventive measures and food options. Food should be your medicine, but what about the food industry? This is all part of a grand plan. It is all interconnected and governed by an ancient force that has suppressed, murdered and enslaved mankind more than history recorded. When you climb the ladder of power, in the position of wealth in every institution becomes darker and more corrupt, coming to invisible negative entities, energies and forces that most would find unimaginable. A great war of transdimensional nature is occurring as we speak. Most are just looking at the physical, social, and economic aspects of it. When you understand the vibrational continuum, you will understand the participants in this great war. Everything begins in consciousness, then it is converted into light, followed by energy, and finally becomes matter. There are different dimensions and each dimension has a frequency. The higher frequencies are pure and unconditional love, joy and bliss. Characteristics of service to others, practicing kindness and love, operating in alignment with the universal laws, which is basically adhere to the principles necessary for a civilization and healthy environment. Principles like universal peace, love of brother/sister among all, individual freedom and prosperity for all, is part of the universal laws. These higher planes of existence adhering to the universal laws are pressing hard to manifest on Earth. Whatever is of lower frequency must rise and be healed, be released or implode, transform or collapse. This is a simplistic view of what is happening and is still very complicated. Up to this point, the Earth has been ruled by the controllers, whom some call slavers. They have created a grid partly with technology and also with social programming, which many call social consciousness. If you are not part of the social conscience, you are punished, ostracized, or even killed in extreme cases. Related article: Are malevolent aliens controlling the planet? Social programming is done by conventional media, religious, political, and business institutions. They are governed at the highest level by invisible negative influences, often referred to as the controllers. Controllers can be demons, degenerate and fallen aliens, obsessed with power over others. At the lower levels, they are those who desire power, wealth, fame, some of whom have sold their souls to get it. This includes Satan worship, blood sacrifice rituals, pedophilia, and so on. They are now being exposed and finally punished. This awareness is not in the specific frequency of the process of awakening and healing that is now happening. So your days are numbered, which is creating a lot of chaos that the planet is experiencing now. The swamp will be drained, but do not be naive in thinking that there is only a different level of physical to deal with. We are all living in the swamp in one degree or another, and with brutal honesty, we have to look at how deeply we are submerged. Most resist change and fear the unknown. This is something we will all have to let go. We need to make the unknown known and learn to flow with the changes. Now, considering the fact that almost all institutions have failed miserably, why continue with them? Religions have failed miserably to bring inner and world peace, as well as a closer connection with the Creator. In fact, in most cases they have sought to play against each other and promote war. The defense industry should be called the attack industry and was used by the corporate elite as its brutal squad. The justice system, the EPA and other agencies of the FDA alphabet are acting contrary to their statute. How does this serve humanity and the earth? There is a corporate elite that has an insatiable desire for power and wealth, which earns extraordinary profits at the expense of humanity and the earth. They are the puppets of the invisible negative entities who do not care about humanity and the earth. In fact, many feed on the emotions of fear, hatred, pain and misery. Human acts that are practiced by humans or non-humans in most cases are programmed or are under the influence of non-humans. These non-humans and their puppets are the source of all the pain, suffering, and destruction on earth. They are at war with the Creator and the entire creation. The Creator is omnipresent within all creation. So the question is, are you human? Are you keeping your integrity flawless? How deeply entrenched are you in the swamp? How much of social programming did you accept to be your reality? Do you know that there is even a swamp? Does a fish know about the water where it is swimming, and if that is all that it knows? Do you ever thirsty? If the fish is in error, how much of the mistake can it drink before it becomes deadly? How do you feel about those who live above the swamp? How do you feel about those steadfast on the boat, the mire drains? How do you feel about the pioneers, the free thinkers, the whistleblowers, those firm on your boat and in your comfort zone? Those who know a highway, one that is sustainable, unlike the course we are currently? Did you know that there are some beings on top who see the earth as a failed experiment and want to clean the slate and start over as it did in the past? There are also those who are trying hard to defend this civilization, especially when it comes to adhering to universal laws. The puppet masters and the elite have been given an ultimatum: either they transfer power back to the people, they stop slavery through dependence, gross and uneven dispersion of wealth, wars and destruction of the environment or reset will occur. They will lose everything and there will be no place to hide. The ultimatum included its subterranean bases, including space and colonies on other planets. Now that the ultimatum is being fulfilled, the psychopaths, even with their own impending death, refused to surrender. Most of its underground bases were destroyed. Their ships were also sent back to their original planets. Their allies, the negative ETs, were also mostly eliminated. Its draconian grid backed by technology and social programming is being dismantled. Not all at once, because most people would not be able to cope with the shock. This is the chaos going on now and the chaos that will come. The individual and collective impact will be directly related to the choices and actions taken individually and collectively. The fifth dimension is here. Everything that does not resonate with it and is not part of the frequency will not continue on Earth, because Gaia chose to ascend. You cannot pass the barrier to the fifth dimension unless you have an open mind, loving heart and pure intention. This is also the prerequisite for contact with spiritually advanced and technologically advanced spirits, the ascended masters and the advanced beings of the interior of the earth. The intellect is a drop in the sea of consciousness. The emotional body and the spiritual bodies are far superior. Those who are trapped in the intellect will not be very well in this transition. Nature does not care about your beliefs. Are they going to feed you, get you dressed, keep you warm? Love is not in the intellect. Neither will we find the Creator through intellect or happiness. Material objects have no emotions. If you attach your emotions to material objects, what happens when they disappear or leave your contact, as it always ends up happening? What happens when the shiny new car you attach to your auto worth is destroyed or stolen? What happens when the people you have attached your love, joy and happiness leave you? What if through the heart you could make your own personal connection with the Creator, the Great Spirit, the Source? And if you become love, joy, find total acceptance and appreciation within you? What would happen to the search? The leakage of your energy would be like the autonomy of a battery, when going inside and meet the true US, not the social, programmed self. You would be free. You would look around and ask, do I really need all these things? Do I want to surround myself with things to feel like a zombie? Do I really want to be a part of this herd and this herd is sustainable? Am I at the ideal frequency of the environment that I want to live in, or do I need to make a change? Am I being spiritually nourished and nourished? So sadly most will wake up in the morning, go back to their cubicles and fall back into the herd of zombie consumers. However, some do not. These are the ones we're looking for.